Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Little did I know when I poured my coffee this morning, actually, I've now got peppermint tea in here, did I understand that today would be such a day. Oh my goodness, where on earth do I start? Okay. These are going to be all low vibration readings, so Aaron, please forgive me. But let's launch straight into it. Apparently, KKK Levitt was missing her cross this morning with in her rush to get out the door to get to the podium to claim that the emails proved nothing and that it was merely an attempt to distract the population from the shutdown that is now over. So apparently, Representative Adelita Grejalva, I'm sure I've pronounced that. Oh, I'm not even. My Aussie accent cannot get around that, but I shall say Representative Adelita was sworn in earlier today, and her absolute first act was to cross the room and sign the petition for the release of the Epstein documents. So isn't that absolutely brilliant? Now, I also have to comment that I had missed it, but apparently there's another time tonight. The Aurora Australis is just absolutely going off. I was pretty much asleep on the couch last night by the time sundown, because we're in summer now, so the sun doesn't set till quite a bit later. And I gather the Aurora Borealis is going nuts as well. So if you have a clear night and you're within distance, get out and observe. Absolutely electric energy. Okay, so there's a few things that I want to have a look at today. Why not start with the leaked emails apparently from Epps to Maxwell and Epps to the ex-Prime Minister, I think, of Norway along those lines. In 2018, the emails to the ex-Prime Minister of Norway were about putting Epps in contact with Lavrov. Now, Sergei Lavrov, there's that name again, the Russian Foreign Minister, regarding supplying dirt on the Orange Twerp. Now, this is 2018. He was the president at that stage, just putting it out there. And apparently the one from Epps to Maxwell, there's more than one. There's a lot being presented. I believe it was about 20,000 pages, which is now being dissected and digested. But there was a specific one that said that the Orange Twerp spent hours at Epps's house with a victim. Oh boy, oh boy. Now, the White House is not denying these emails, not denying these emails as being true, so that can pretty much say they're true. Not going to lie so publicly that they purge them, not purge, you know the word I mean. You know, when you get caught out lying and you end up in a lot of trouble. But they're trying to deflect. Now, apparently also in those 20,000 pages, there was also a guest list, an email guest list, citing Teal, amongst other big names on there. I haven't come across that guest list, but I'm sure it will get out there, and I'm just looking going, what deck am I going to use? Okay, which one do you guys want to use? I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't go for the runic tarot, but okay. Okay, I'll use those in a minute too. So I'm going to start with the Gilded Tarot Royale. There is a lot coming out, entertainment only, allegedly, that is really indicating the speeding up of the unraveling of this regime. Another one that I'll have a look at is Lindsay Halligan, and I'll have a look at Rockland County as well. But let's have a look. Let's have a look. What do we need to know about these emails coming out? What do we need to know about these emails? Oh gosh, okay. Tell me what the house is going to do with these emails. Now, Mikey is not going to be there long. I think he's going to someone very quickly. Let's roll out. MTG is very quickly going to put forward a motion, and yeah, going to put forward a motion, and Mikey is gone. Yeah, trying to keep things hidden, but he's out of there. Mikey is going to be gone before too much longer. Let's have a look. Just put those back randomly and delete. Well, not even leaked. They're not even leaked emails. Okay. The released emails. Healing, the star of hope and healing. Somebody's going, somebody who's been trying to keep these hidden is going to face potential legal restriction or just restriction as the secrets get out there. Not liking what is on offer with the smoke and mirrors and delusion. We've got the partnerships with the fading misogynistic energy, the desperation. So, talk about juicy, or not even juicy, just about bloody time. Let's have a look. So, from new leader for the House leader, House Speaker to start with, sort of truth coming out. The energy is just so intense around this. Okay. Just show me what's going on in the White House at the moment. What's going on in the White House at the moment? No, what's going on within Trump's orbit at the moment? What's going on within Trump's orbit at the moment? Okay, come on down. Let's have a look. Right. A lot is coming out really quickly. They can't control it, finding themselves entrapped by the messaging that they've put out there. This could also be an announcement from the White House. Yeah, the throwing under the bus. So what's happening in Trump's orbit at the moment? The blame game is in full swing. Absolutely. The messaging that's been put out there is you did it, no, you did it. It's all your fault. Trying to deflect, trying to blame. It's not going to work. Here's that card again, that the energy that's stewing in at the moment. Well, it could be the star, as in the narcissistic star, but I just feel like this is democracy at its finest. Releasing these documents. Oh, goodness me, I wouldn't say it was a fine moment, but that's what my guides are telling me. This is democracy working, and it is the first step in healing. In the past, moving this forward, moving forward, the knowledge, the intellect, legally moving forward. Okay, in the past. Let's see where this goes. The orange twerp's orbit, trying to move out of troubled waters, legally trying to move out of troubled waters. Okay, but that's in the past. I don't think they're going to be able to do so anymore. It's at the moment they're going to be putting a lot of flood the zone messaging out there, but it's just going to be chaotic. It's not going to cut through. People aren't going to wear it. It's just an absolute turning into a shambles. In the immediate future, we've got the be careful what you wish for card, because the rat is pooping in your cup. In the immediate future, acting as if everything is okay, but it's not, is what I've got there. Externally, more documents coming forward. Internally, about abuse and betrayal and deceit and lies, pretty much self-sabotage, hopes and fears. surrendering to the guidelines. That's a hope and fear, but the outcome, the King of Wands. This is my legislators card. When I say the lawmakers, I'm talking about those in the House. This could be Mikey Johnson, King of Wands, being strung up, the fading misogynistic relationships, the secrets getting out. And the really important part is the money trail that connects the devil with the devils, connects the inner circle. 3 of Cups, on the back foot and defensive. The orange twerp, or this could simply be powerful oligarchs and financial information coming forward with that Page of Pentacles. And then the Chariot. Is it my military card again? Because we have here restriction, money laundering, tossing out in the cold, bringing to an end. Some sort of White House announcement, a false victory, but it's turning into an absolute nightmare for them. There's going to be some sort of White House announcement come out that's just, it's, the people are just not going to wear it. It's going to be decried as false. Okay, so in the orbit, they're already trying to blame as things are revealed more and more. This is end of line for the likes of Bondi. Yeah, more documentation is going to come out about lies and stealing and betrayal, etc. The ones we really want, I don't know what the other names were on the email. I haven't, as I said, they're still being dissected. Let's have a look. Is there money trail information in the documents? Is there money trail information? Is there money trail information? Undisputable. Is there undisputable money trail information? Wheel of Fortune, yes, yes. Page of Pentacles, yes. Knight of Pentacles, yes. Yep. There is the Empress, the King of Cups, and yes, this could be the women, this could be we the people demanding to see it, and the Ace of Pentacles, absolutely big yes. That certain parties would like kept hidden with that 4 of Pentacles, and they are the wealthy. And then here's the whistleblower, and here's the throwing each other under the bus again. So yes, there's going to, I've been saying for a long time now that there are going to be people named that we will be shocked at, horrified at, surprised at. Don't be surprised. Do not be surprised. Disappointed at, I think, is probably more the point. So what's the house going to do now? Harsh truth brought forward. Knight of Swords. What's the house going to do now? Right, there's been this declaration of bringing forth the truth now. Literally, I mean, the house returned today, and the first thing they did was release this. The committee. This is why Dems voted for the house to return. My guides had said, I think a week ago, 2 weeks ago, that the Senate would force the House to return, and I don't know how it would have worked. And that's what happened, because the Senate passed the bill, but with changes which basically meant it didn't pass. It has to go back to the House, but it did force the House to return. Yeah, the Knight of Swords bringing forth the truth. harsh reality being on full display, harsh truth. Okay, the Two of Wands. Challenge for the House now is they have to make it, and I'm talking about the Republicans in the House. They have to decide what side of history they want to be registered on. If they very publicly vote for the rest of the documentation to not be released, then they're obviously sided with the protect the pedophile. If they vote for it to be released, then they will be on the side of right, but they will experience the wrath of the regime. The wrath of the regime's just about gone. They might as well bloom and do it. The House. Okay, there's going to be disappointment, emotional disappointment. I suspect some in the House may be named on it, but it's more than that. It's feeling more like their donors will be named on it. Those that they're obliged to help. Sort of stuck between a rock and a hard place. Good. So there is this emotional disappointment and loss about a decision that needs to be made. In the past, women bringing forth the truth, sort of truth being brought forward. It's also my Harris card, but I'm just going to say this was the strategy, a lot of blue. This was the strategy of the Dems. It was the Dems on the House committee that released these documents. And here's the government itself, the energy over this, the government. Okay, let's see where it goes. So how's the GOP House? How's this going to affect them? What are they going to do? We've got the Four of Swords in the immediate future, having a big, hard, long think, forced to retreat from their previous positions. And we've got externally the sword of truth being drawn and brought forward. I think the House are going to vote for this and internally justice. I think when it's publicly exposed, they're going to have certain individuals are going to have a big, long, hard think, and I think the House is going to release the rest of the documents. I don't even know if it's going to have to go to a vote. The fear is the orange twerp. They fear the orange twerp. But here is documents being brought forward, legislators making a ruling, and those in the White House finding themselves entrapped. We've got the hanging man being shook up and hung up and strung up. Page of Swords, truth being brought forward. Again, Two of Swords, having to make a decision about what side of history to come down on. And then we've got the Ten of Cups, the voter, telling them very clearly and plainly. Right, we've got here on the bottom, the energy that's underlying all this is the Seven of Cups. The poor choices that have been made, trying to smoke and mirrors and muddy the waters and delusion. But there are money trail documents with the Eight of Pentacles, and we've got the Moon card, the secrets being revealed. So yes, I think, boy, watch very carefully who votes what way. Right, is given. Because the thing is with the voting of the petition, Mikey can choose not to bring it to the floor for however long. But given these documents that have come out and the public, very public, I mean, CNN, MSNBC, you name it, all the major networks are covering this. I mean, this was on my Australian 9 News, which website. Tower moment and Seven of Swords. Given that, going to be a tower moment, absolutely. Given the how widespread this is being covered, the information included in it, is the House going to have to, are the documents just going to be released? I just want to ask, are the documents simply going to be, is Johnson going to be bypassed and the documents released? Because the House committee has, I think they got they got that, like, yes, big yes, big yes, money changing hands, and children in the past. Yeah, I think that the committee is simply just going to release the rest of what they have. You've got the betrayal, the Three of Swords, the betrayal of those that were trying to keep them secret, Four of Pentacles. And there's some serious hard discussions going on behind the scenes. And if you have a look at this card here, it is the woman telling the man. There's some serious hard discussions going on behind the scenes across the aisle in regards to this. There's that Seven of Swords again. There's the Justice card and the Ace of Swords. I think yes, the rest of what the committee has is simply going to be released. And I don't think it's even going to matter what Johnson has to say. I don't think Johnson's there for long anyhow. He's going to be absolutely, the regime is going to see him as betraying because he didn't prevent this. And he's going to be out. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, I'm just going to put these cards aside and grab these are the Trippin Weight Tarot. Now, it's the double deck, which means it doesn't fit in my box anymore. Also means I have to do multiple shuffles. How is the orange twerp? How is Trump? In fact, I have no qualms whatsoever about saying his name now because it has the power around his name is so diminished. Show me, how is... I mean, there was a post on Untruth Social, except that just about put money on it that it wasn't written by the orange twerp. Show me the orange twerp in response to the release of these emails that clearly puts him right in the center, front and center of this scandal and connections with Russia. Show me. Okay. Right, strength. Trying to keep him quiet. This figure here, it's trying to shut the mouth of the orange lion. So how's he... Oh, there's justice on the bottom. It's coming for him, coming rapidly for him. Denise Knight's health reading today, which I assume she did before this was released, not good for him today. Something amazing is happening today. This is going to be all over the news tonight. Yeah. Trying to keep them quiet. The challenge is just down. Down for the count. Face plant. Blood pressure through the roof. Okay. This is We the People at the bottom here. The energy underlying. We the People. This could also be the Democrats. It was my Joe Biden card, so it could be the Democrats in the House. Let's see where it goes. In the past, we've got the Fool. New journey, uncharted territories, foolishness. Now these cards, because I've got the new deck in here as well, it's some doubles, and to be honest, there's even some triples. I haven't quite worked out what and how. Crowning this reading, the government in the same position as it was for the House. The government, the Congress is in control of this, and it's the Dems that are in control of this. Woo-hoo-wee. Now, big difference is that, because I had to chuckle, there was something on a social media website that said, "Oh, the Dems don't want it released because of Clinton might be in them," and my reply to that was, uh, us progressives don't care who's in them. If they're guilty, they're guilty. So that's the big difference between the two parties. If you're guilty, you're guilty. It doesn't matter what party you're part of. Okay, the immediate future. We've got that Chariot again. Now, is this the military stepping in because the presidential position, which means the vice president and the cabinet, are compromised, and therefore, and the House, with Johnson as the Speaker, is compromised. So how's the orange trap? This can also be an ambulance. Denise Knight, she says this is the ambulance car. I think Laurie from Way of Positive Change has this as ambulance too. The immediate future. So blood pressure, downfall, ambulance potentially. We've got here externally the false victory, the claims of a false victory. This is Levitt desperately trying to spin. Didn't have her cross on today, might have been burning her. But internally, we've got the death card. So this might be, wow, externally, they might be, yeah, he's right, not a problem, upright, yeah. But internally, not good. Not good. Now, I have said for a long time now, gosh, that they will, the regime will attempt to make it appear like the orange twerp is still functioning by using AI and old videos and, proclamations, etc., to cover up that he's in massive decline. Okay, hopes and fears. The Nine of Pentacles. So this is in the gilded cage, locked away in the gilded cage. Might be the military installation. The Knight of Cups, the false knight offering. The Page of Swords spinning. And the Fool, another Fool card. Foolishness, off the cliff. Trying to balance the eggs and about to step off the cliff. The orange twerp. Oh boy, I mean, they can't say they didn't know, is facing the sword of truth. As the secrets, more and more secrets are revealed with the moon, one of the moon cards, the messaging comes out with the Page of Wands about other oligarchs that are included, and there's the Knight of Swords again. The truth coming forward about those that were involved. And if you want another Fool card, there it is. 3 Fool cards. Justice. 2 of Swords. As the oligarchs are exposed. You've got then the second Knight of Cups. The false knight. And another 10 of Swords. This also could be simply information coming forward, and another 10 of Swords, desperately trying to keep it hidden. But you've got the Devil and yet another moon card about those that were connected with the lovers, with the children in the past. Yeah. Okay, well, we've got 3 Fool cards. Where's the other one? We've got 2 Moon cards. We've got 2 Ten of Swords cards. And we've got, I think, 2 False Knight cards that are bringing the information forward. Information being brought forward. We've got a Sun as well. Sun, Death, Ace of Swords. Yep, and Justice. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Wouldn't want to be in their shoes. Okay. Uncharted territories. Foolishness. The GOP was warned way back, according to the hacked emails that I read on yesterday. They were warned way back not to touch the orange twerp, and they ignored it, and now they are going to pay the price. Okay. Really know where to go with this. Okay, I'm just very quickly going back to the Gilded Tarot Royale. Those that are involved, the devil will always demand his pound of flesh. It's not all yet been revealed, and what there is still in that cup is explosive dynamite, absolute dynamite. But I want to ask about the other named individuals. There's some big money there, I suspect. What do we need to know about the other named individuals? What do we need to know about the other named individuals? Come on down, don't care what party they belong to. Right, the Temperance card, trying to spin, but the Sword of Truth is coming for them. Ending. It's the ending of their world, and the Wheel of Fortune, karma, always catches up eventually. Not necessarily in the same lifetime, but she's here. 3 major arcana and the Sword of Truth. This is huge for them. 9 of Wands. Okay, the ones that come in first and give the dirt on the others might get more leniency, but this is surrendering information. The 2 of Swords, the immediate future, yeah, they're at a real crossroads point. Even if they haven't been named, they know that they're in there. So in this first lot of, 20,000 documents or pages, but they're scouring them good and proper. 4 of Swords, internally, 2 of Pentacles, potentially looking at how do I get out of here. They're having a legal contemplation, but also going within to have a really good hard think about what their next step is. Internally, one of those steps is, do I get out of the country? With that 2 of Pentacles. So it's big decision time. Even if they're not in this first release, they will know that they are in there. So do they act preemptively, or do they hope that they will They won't be named. Yeah, there's a lot of stress going on. The Magician and the hopes and fears, and the fleeing card, the Six of Swords, Three of Wands overseas because of fear what is in going to be offered up in the documents with the Queen of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man being upside down and shooked out. Page of Swords as the information comes out about the abuse with the Five of Swords abuse and the Devil. And whatever is brought forward, it is going to be huge. Ace of Pentacles. There's money trails as well, and that's what they really fear. You've got the Empress. You've got the secrets being revealed with the High Priestess. They are feeling trapped. Good. They're feeling trapped as unexpected news comes forward about contracts and agreements with the Lovers card. They thought they had it all lined up with that Nine of Pentacles with those that are in government, but it collapsed on them quicker than an ice castle in the tropics. The Five of Wands and the Ten of Wands ending. This huge information coming out that they can't control it is going to expose. And I'm just telling you now, there is money, bank statement type information, undeniable links, pretty much. I mean, reading the emails, some of them are a bit obscure, like they could be read several ways, but the money can't be denied. Okay, let's watch this story with interest. Love to you all. Take care.